The Survivor Mate is by far the best addition to Bob's Tall Tales 2, and the reason is he can do almost everything a survivor can. He can harvest, he can repair, and he can go and organize stuff, making him vital to various tasks. If you do find this video informational, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and share around, as that always supports me. The Survivor Mate unlocked at level 86 and being crafted in a fabricator requiring 100 black pills, 300 crystals, 1000 metal ingots, 300 cementing paste, 500 electronics, and 1200 polymer, which is actually expensive but makes it worth it with the task it can carry on, which you'll find out further in the video. As for placement, he is really heavy and weighs 500, so make sure you have your weight above that because you won't be able to move once you have this guy in your inventory. And placing him is always going to put him one foundation away from you. So if you see here, the second foundation has to be clear. Now, for example, let me pick him up again. So now what if I had some structure here? So let's go ahead and put a structure. If you have like a structure like here and you want to place him in a small little area and you don't get to place, it's not a glitch. Basically, if something is obstructing its placement, you cannot place the survivor bot. If I put him in my hotbar and I press 3, it won't allow me to place him. So keep that in mind. You have to have a clear space of 2 foundations to be able to place this guy down. So if I turn it around, I can place him. So the Survivor Mate basically has 4 modes, and the way you change this is you hold it and you go into the set bot mode and you'll get 4 modes. Follower is basically it's going to follow you around. When you put it in the Butler mode, it's basically the organizer mode. Repair mode is if anything is damaged at base, he will go and repair it, provided he has the resources in his inventory or in a storage box assigned to him. And harvest mode is basically he's going to harvest anything that's harvestable. He will be able to harvest it, provided you put it as an input in its inventory, and it will go ahead, harvest the thing and put it in the storage box. Instead of explaining to you, let me just show it to you how it actually works. I have a few scenarios set up and we'll go ahead and test it out. Also, the Survivor Mate has a cool little feature where if it is inactive, it will go in a small little hibernated state. It'll just fold up and its head will go inside and look like a small ball on stands. Don't make jokes about that. So now we'll go ahead and check out all the modes it has. So first up, we have the follower mode, and what this does is basically what it says. It just makes it follow you around. Well, it may get stuck in some obstacles, but it is pretty quick. There you go. It's not slow in any regards, but let's see if you can jump over this metal thing. Oh, it did. It took its time, but it did. That was neat. Okay, that's the follower mode. Now I have another Survivor Mate here, and I'm going to show you the repair mode, how that works. I have set up Survivor Mates in certain areas just to show instances where they can be used. So this Survivor Mate is going to be our repair bot, right? So let's go ahead, set him up in our repair mode. What he basically does is if he has resources in his inventory, like we'll take it from here. Let's take 5, 5, and 5. That's what is required to repair. And let's put it into his inventory. What he'll do is start repairing. As you see, that was instant. He's going to repair whatever he can with the resources he has in his inventory. I think he ran out. He still has some. He takes a little bit of time after every repair to reset and then go repair the next one. There we go. And that's how he does it when it's in his inventory. Now, if you want him to take resources from your storage box and then repair stuff without manually going and putting in its inventory, what you can do is with the addition of Survivor Mate, every storage boxes have got a new icon and a few little slots, which we'll talk about later. But this icon is basically telling Survivor Mate that, hey, you can go and access this storage box and use resources from it. So when we say enable automated withdrawal, he will take stuff from there, like you see here, right there, and he will repair the stuff. Now the challenge is here if he can repair even the ceilings and stuff, but we'll see. We'll give it a short few minutes and we'll time it how much time it takes to repair a whole box, which is a 3x3. And there you go. He's all done with the 3x3 small little base we have here. And yes, he can reach walls which are higher than him and the ceiling as well. But now let's test his limits. So as for his limits for repairing, you don't have to worry. There's no limits at all. Think I'm kidding. This is a 20 wall plus high build, and look at him. Making him really worth it as a repair person, because for repairing that, you'll have to take a Quetzal and fly, or use a climbing pick, use a grappling hook. But now you have Sir-5rm8, who can just beam that to full health. And he's gonna get the other ones as well. Look at this. He's gonna go, he's gonna pick the stuff up, and he's gonna repair it. See that? Making him really vital for your huge bases. If you have any large bases and that has damages, well, Sir-5rm8 can basically get that fixed, which is a huge plus point to have him. I think that's all for Sir-5rm8 in the repair mode. We'll cover him more later on with the combination modes. But let's go on to the harvester mode, shall we? So next up we have the harvest mode, and the way it works is basically you want to open up its inventory, and I'll tell you why. So if you open the inventory of any Sir-5rm8, they will have these small little slots here which kind of resemble the player's hotbar, but it actually is not. For example, if I go ahead and craft a pick and then I try to place him to place it here, it doesn't work. The way it works is basically any type of resources that you can get in the wild, like for example fiber, the wood, thatch, stone. You basically add that to its inventory and right click and add it as an input, like so. You can same way take a stone, okay, put a stone in here and add it as an input. So now basically if I set him to harvest mode, he will go and start harvesting these items. As of making this video, the stone is really weird because he goes far away to find it, but I'll show it to you in a bit. For now, we're going to test it with fiber, and I'll explain to you further. So after you have set up all this, all you need to do is set a drop-off point, which is basically once it's full, he'll come back here and put in the vault, the storage box, large storage box, dedicated storage, whatever you choose, he will put it in that. And the way you set it up is basically the same. Go into its inventory, right click and add it as input. Now you get a different option. So you get basically stacks. And how does this work is it counts as per stack. It will exactly fill the amount of slots it has. So for example, if I have the fiber here, I can set it to max of 350. Same with the flint, I can set the max to 350. Okay, it doesn't count like if I make this 150, then the other will just have 150 left. No, it counts as the maximum storage space available. And each stack is going to be its full amount. Like 300 is considered one stack of fiber. That's how it plays. So if you want a different amount to be stored in here, you set the stacks according to that. The same goes to storage box. Just add it as input. We're going to add 5 stacks here, add as input, and 5 stacks here. Same with the small storage box. Add as input and add as input. Now with the dedicated storage, it's a little bit different. So basically you go in there because you do not have any items, so you cannot add stacks. So you get this enable automated deposit. Basically this is what says that, hey, I can go collect it and put it back in the dedicated storage. So you have to put the item first in it so it gets the icon. So it's the fiber, it's the stone, and then go ahead and enable the deposit. Otherwise you won't get this option. Say if I clear this, okay, it will be grayed out. I cannot enable it. So you have to go ahead and take the item and then put it in there, and then you get the option to enable it. So now that's done, all you want to do is enable harvest, and he will straight away go to harvest fiber. As you see, there you go. We'll start gathering the fiber. Now he will not return till his inventory is full. So for this purpose, we are gonna artificially make him full. So he comes back and I can show you the other stuff. But the other thing about harvesting is he will get the whole resource type. And what I mean by that is if he's getting fiber, along with the fiber, he will get the mushrooms, the berries, and everything like that. So for example, if you want to even get these when you're setting up for fiber, you can have a fridge and same process again. Go in there, add as input how many stacks you want, add as input, add as input, add as input. Okay. But the only issue is you can have a maximum of 10 type of storage. So you can get it basically to only fill 10 types of resources per storage boxes. This is not going to affect his gathering. This is going to affect the storage part. So for if I want like more items to be stored, basically I'll have to craft another fridge like so. And then I can go ahead and grab the other stuff that's not getting counted. For example, let me take all these and then I can put it in the other fridge and add it as a stack. So now he will add the remaining stuff in here. Okay. So now let's quickly go and encumber him. So once he reaches his full weight, okay, he will not be able to move from that place. It doesn't happen in official servers because the rates are set so that doesn't happen. But if you have the rate set up high on a custom server or a private server, there are chances where he can get encumbered. And basically at that stage, he will just be at the same spot. Now, there is a way to get him back and I'll show it to you further down the video. But what you want to do now is basically remove the items till he's about 425-ish. Okay. Now he's going to go ahead and start storing it in the storage box. Like that. He's going to transfer in all the storage boxes according to the stacks we told him to. And then he's going to fill up the fridges as well. As you see, he's done with the small storage boxes, which we had 5 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know why he set the stones like that. Maybe it was less. Oh yeah, it's probably... Oh no, he started perfectly fine. We checked his inventory by mistake. There we go. He's putting it in the dedicated storage now. Now he's going to transfer the fiber. Sometimes it's a little bit wonky. Like he did the animation to transfer the fiber, but he did not do anything. And there he goes in the vault, which he's going to put his remaining stone in him. Yep, there we go. And the last one he's going to do is the fridges. So you can see all these items. There we go. Now he's going to start placing the items we told him. So there's what we had told him. And the remaining is going to put in this fridge right here. With that, he'll complete his task and return back to his docking station. And basically, that's how the Sir-5rm8 works for harvesting. Now he's going to go back and harvest again, but we'll have to stop him because I do want to show you about the stone, why I didn't set that up for him. So basically, as of now, if I put him to get stone, there are stones in this area, like there, but he's going to go elsewhere. Now the closest stone to him is this one's. Okay, there's no stones up here. This is not a stone, this is the cliffside. And he's like, no, I want to go there no matter what. I'm not going to get these stones. And even if I open this up, right? Come on. There we go. He will ignore all the stones in his path and go somewhere far away. It makes it really bad, kind of. They are going to fix this with the patches and stuff, but look at that. There were so many stones here, but he went for this one. There we go. Just got 2 stones because he just picked up a stone that a player can pick up. That's why he's kind of not good for stone right now, because he does have a lot of glitches with them. Now these will be patched in the upcoming updates, but now you see he's harvesting that stone, which was the first stone in his path, but he rather went to the furthest one. So it's really weird and it's a hit and miss kind of a thing, but when it works, it's really good. Just a few stones and he already has 117 stones, which is amazing. Now let's send him back. Another thing I would like to point out is putting multiple setups for him to harvest is not going to be efficient. Let me show you what I mean by that. Now, for example, I want him to get berries. I want him to get stone. I want him to get fiber. Now, fiber and berries, not so much a problem, but stone is going to mess it up so badly that instead of gathering all the other resources, he's just going to waste time finding stone. So I do believe that setting up multiple items is not the best way as of now, till there's some patches which makes his AI better. But as of now, you just want to put single items. So even if the stone one gets stuck, you're still getting the other resources which he's good at. Like for example, the fiber, the wood is good at those, but the rocks is not that great at them. And that's basically everything about the harvest mode. And let's move on to the next one. Now we're going to test the Butler mode. By far, this guy is the most complex mode because you can give it a lot of tasks and it does it really well in an open space. So let's go right ahead and see how we can use him. For this instance, we're going to use him for a metal farming bot. So basically this is your outpost for farming metal, where you can have a harvester harvest, get the metal and put in that box. And the way you set it up is a similar way. Add as input, and add as input. Now he has 2 inputs here. Now we go to the storage box. So what you want to do is you want him to get the metal out of this vault, right? And put it in here. So for that, put 1 metal piece here. And we have 3 stacks, so we're going to name it as 3. Okay. And then what you want to do into the vault is take a piece of a metal ingot, add as input, and set the max. Okay. And there we go. Now the reason he's not doing it is basically you have to enable withdrawal on both the areas. There we go. Now if he stops spinning like an idiot, I'll just reset him. It's weird at times, but once he works, he works. There we go. Now he's working. I had to shift him here to get him to work. So sometimes the placements are a little off. So just change where his dock station is. There we go. He's transferring the metal, as you can see. 426. They are a little bit wonky, but as the updates roll out, they will fix him. But he is still good, and I'll show you why. So there we go. He's going to pick more metal, and we'll just help him to speed up the process. Let's keep it in there. And once he finished transferring the metal, there we go. Sometimes he'll do the animation of picking it up, but he will not pick this up, and he'll then do the animation here, and he won't deposit anything. But that's basically a glitch. Again, this will all be fixed in a later update. As you see, he has nothing to transfer, basically nothing. That's what we had before. So now he'll go again, and this time he'll actually pick it up. Now he did it again. So they're a little bit wonky, and they will be fixed, hopefully. Don't think he picked it up. Now I think he's gonna do it. Yeah, there we go. This time he picked up the middle, and he's gonna go and straight away put it in here. As you see, there's only 2, so that'll be 62, I guess. And there we go. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a more complex task. And this is somewhere I want to give him his spotlight that he actually needs. Now this was just a basic task, and I'm gonna make it even more complex. I'll just give you one example without showing you the one that I have planned. So one instance can be of a complex task is basically keeping your electrical generator always full. And the way you can do this is tell the Sir-5rm8, hey, you gotta pick hide and oil from the vault, put it in here, take the gasoline and put it in the generator, giving you almost never to look at your generator again. That's one example. Now for this instance, I'm going to show you something crazier. Okay. Let's go with some crop plots. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 crop plots. Let's disable him till I can get this set up. Okay. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all this stuff in here. Okay. Like that. And let's remove this. And let's take one of these, one of these, one of these. This is long rows, right? Yep. One of these. Okay. So we have each and every seed. Let's take all the fertilizer for now. And what I'm going to do, head to the crop plots, put the seed in there, add it as input, 1 stack, remove it out. Put the other crop plot, the same thing. This is how it's going to be for everything. You got to add it as an input so the Sir-5rm8 knows to drop it here. Let me just quickly do this setup. And there we go. Now what a finished product will look like is basically having the seed and the fertilizer here. Okay. Then having the water in the water tank so you can place it. But you will have to fill it up yourself unless it rains. And then what you want to do is fill up all your fertilizer, your water in a storage box and give it access. Okay. And then let the magic happen. So once I put him in Butler mode, he's going to go full ham on gardening. He will basically pick up 3 to 4 fertilizer at one go and 3 to 4 seeds at one go. Did I not turn this off? Let's remove that. Sorry about that. And there we go. As you can see, he starts placing the seeds and the fertilizer, and they are already growing. There we go. And he's going to do this all on his own. I'm not going to interfere with him at all. And then he'll go ahead and put the water in here. And this is the point where you basically have to fill the water yourself because he can't do that. That's the only thing he can't do. Now check this out. After he's done with this, you can also further go and do some more crazy stuff. So let's see which has products. So we have some here and we have some here. Okay. So all you want to do, set them as your inputs in the fridge as per the stacks you want. And then go to the crop plots and you get the same feature again. Enable automated withdrawal. Just set that up for everything. Okay. Like so. And then he will go pick up the products. Oh my god. Sorry about that. But he will go and basically put everything in the fridge. Just like that. Making the Butler mode the most amazing thing that you can have on ARK. Because you could use this not only for farming or tending to your crops. You can use it to tend to your electrical generator. You can use it for tending to your preserving bin, forages. The list just goes on, making him really versatile and useful. Now let's just quickly check its docking station, because those has some nifty features as well. So if we change him to a Butler mode, he gets a docking stand, right? Let's push him away from that. And we get a few options. Basically, we get summon bot, toggle tracking, show range, and demolish. Now for the range, it's basically how far he can be used by the dock. So if he goes outside this range, you probably cannot summon him, but we are going to test it out. And for the tracker, it's indefinite. And also you can go ahead, go into your map, go into your dino list, okay? And you can track him that way as well. So even if you don't have the dock, you can track them with just the dino tracker. Now for the summon, say for example, he has all this stuff in him, right? Everything. Now if I summon him, where he'll literally teleport to this, he gets all his stuff in the inventory. Making this useful, like if a bot is stuck somewhere, like I was saying in the harvesting mode, you can just summon that bot. You don't have to remove anything. Just summon him, put him back in his mode, set it up, and he's good to go. So what if you demolish this docking station? Will it affect the bot? Well, basically no, but he loses his summoning stand. And to get it back is simple. Set him back to Butler mode and it will just come back. Now every bot is differentiated with a color. So the Butler will have the purple docking station. The Harvester will have the yellow docking station. And the Repair guy will have the red docking station. But for everyone, the range stays the same. There's no difference whatsoever. The range is as big as a tech generator, so it should cover almost every base there is. Shouldn't be a problem. So let's quickly test what happens if we push him outside the range. But as you can see, we have a damage structure which is right outside the range, right there. But he will not go for it. So basically anything outside this range is not going to make the Sir-5rm8 do those tasks. So sometimes the Sir-5rm8 goes outside the range. For example, I've set a smithy outside the range, put the metal, and I told him go ahead and transfer the metal there. So as you can see, he's showing outside the range now. It's a little wonky because it's deciding whether I should or whether I should not. But lo and behold, he will step outside the bubble. There we go. And he'll transfer it. I don't think this should happen, but he does it. There we have metal in there. And this time we'll try to summon him, but we'll also put another item to see if he brings over the item if it's outside the range, if he's summoned. Let's reduce that a bit. There we go. The reason I reduced it is so we get enough time to see if he's outside the range. So when he reaches here, we'll head back. Okay, let's head back over to the summoning portal quickly. As you can see, he's outside the range. Let's try to summon him. It works. I don't know how, but it works. Did he get the stuff back? Yes. So even outside the range, somehow we were able to summon him. I'm not sure about this, but it looked like he was outside the range. It's really tough to send him outside the range and have the summoning done, but it actually worked. So I think that's about it for the docking station. I don't think there's anything left to cover about it. And with that, let's get into the AI testing, shall we? Now this base has been laid out to be the perfect example of a normal base with proper spacing in mind and just one foundation clear pathway. I want to see how complex his AI is, if it ignores everything, if it can walk in a straight path, if it takes a different route. Because in my test, he was taking this route, but we'll still give it a shot. So let's set him to his Butler mode. And let's wait for this to be cooked. Let's enable withdrawal on this one. And let's set this up for getting the metal stored in here, right? There we go. So now he should go in there, get the metal out there, and let's see what route he takes. That's the main There we go. So he takes the outside route and goes from there. Where he could do a easier route is straight route and go to the fabricator. Now I've tested this, and the other thing is, you know, in the trailer they showed him opening the door and stuff. Well, basically he can't do that. And when he's going out, you see, he went from that straight path. That means the AI works for this, but it's just not implemented right. Now let's see if he can open the doors, because he's going to use the same path every time. Oh, this is the first time he used the straight path. I'm so proud of him. Holy shit. This is my genuine reaction. This is the first time he used this path. If that means that sometimes his brain does work. Oh, no shit. So basically they cannot open doors, by the way. So I'm going to show you that one as well. But yeah, when these guys work, they are amazing. Let's go and take that. Let's put that here. Let's see if we can open the door. There we go. So it cannot. This is the auto door, where basically if I go near it, it'll open up. I didn't press the open, it just opens, but he cannot do that. So you have to keep the doors open for it. And that is for the first test, right? Which he is doing pretty good. I gotta say, I'm very proud of him for going straight line and going straight line back to the forge. That is impressive for the AI to work. In the previous times, like you saw the first try it took, it went this route and then inside from here. That's what he was doing previously. I had a wall here, but I removed that wall just to allow him to do what he was doing. But that means a cleaner base equals to a happy survivor mate. And once they patch this guy out, he's gonna be way more efficient. Right now, he sometimes works, he sometimes doesn't. Just gotta give him some patience. But yeah, that's for the first test of the AI, which is a straight path to the fabricator and the forge. Now for the AI test 2. Okay. This is a base which is kind of neat, but it is really cluttered. Okay. We put a window behind to see if it can actually use a window to access the fabricator. Sometimes he gets a huge range, but I don't know why that happens. But now let's see if he does his task right. He's like, no, frick this shit, I'm out of here. Where is he even going? Oh my god, that's such a bad pathing. Oh, now he's coming. No, he's not. He's like, screw that shit. Now he's done. His brain is cooked. Okay, now for people who are saying that's way too many stuff there, it's not. And the reason I'll tell you the third robot, because just look at this one, okay? It's worse than that one. So this guy is cooked. His brain is dead. And it's not gonna do what he was told to do. So let's summon him back. So cluttered base doesn't work. Oh, I have my third test to prove you wrong, don't I? So again, the same thing we're gonna do. As you can see, this base is the worst of them all. It's a mess. Okay, it's really narrow. Some places you can't even enter, and it's a botched base. We're gonna do the same thing. Let's go and set it to his Butler mode. There we go. He has a medal. Let's see what he does. Look at that. Look at that. How impressive is that? Huh? Huh? And look at this one. Way more clear path to go to the fabricator. Obstacles, 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 obstacles. Yet he jumps over all of them and goes in. But he cannot get out. That's the only fault. But he can get in though. Going out, he gets weird out with the tech generator. So I believe that structures affect his AI in some way, where it breaks him. So now he came in from here. He properly navigated through the cryopod fridges, properly jumped over the mortar, the smithy, and went to the fabricator. Now he could have used this path And even I can fit through this. Can you see that? It's not that bad. I can go through here, but he gets stuck. He will try to get out and may eventually get out, but right now he's stuck there. So basically the AI is going to be patched at some point of time where it'll properly function. Now we're going to check a few things. First up, we have to check if he gets radiation damage. And second is if the surface kills him. Unfortunately, the Sir-5rm8 is not going to survive in the radiated zone because he takes 1 damage every second. It's more than 1 actually. If you see his health, it goes down really fast. And for farming element ore, he's not that great. I think he gets 2 per node, where the survivor can get like 6 and upwards per node, which makes him kind of useless in the radiated zone. Actually shouldn't be so, because he's a robot, but for some odd reason he does take damage onto the surface. And he basically doesn't survive on the surface as well, and that is if he survives the Reapers, but that's a lot of health loss. 366 per second makes it impossible for the Sir-5rm8 to do anything on the surface, so don't bring him here. Oh, poor survivor. I feel bad. Onwards to the next one. Now, someone did tell us to check the Sir-5rm8 in the blue zone if he gets metal efficiently, and we're going to just do that. So let's quickly go put metal in him, as we have there. And basically he's going to deposit in there. So let's put him in the harvest mode. There we go. Okay, so maybe. Let's see per slot. How much does he get? 78. Not bad. So that was just 1 stone. And he seems to be efficient with metal rocks. So far at least. There we go. 192. That was his weight, sorry. Oh, 145. So basically around 70, 75-ish per harvest. That was a big rock. 206. He's not doing bad. And he's targeting the rocks properly this time. So maybe he's efficient in the blue zone. So if you set up some kind of defense for the nameless and the other creatures that may attack him, he is going to be a good metal farming robot. But as you can see, he gets over encumbered really quickly. And there we go. I just reduce a little bit because I feel sad. Okay, maybe he's not that efficient. Because same like the stones for the metal. He does the Oompa Loompa where he goes round and round. It says, I'm brain dead. So if he works, he's really good. But if he does this, I don't think it's really that great for metal farming. So my answer stands no, I guess. It's not going to be a great metal farming for blue zone unless he works right. If he works great, he's amazing. I think that's about it for covering all the zones that we have. But now we're going to check the combination mode. Basically, there is 3 prime combination. So you could use the repair bot and the butler bot together, or you could use the harvest bot and the butler bot together, or you could use all 3 together where the harvest bot goes in harvest, puts it in the vault, then the butler takes the processed ingots, because remember, if you have tech damaged, you need actual ingots, right? Or any metal structures needs actual ingots. So the butler can then take processed goods and put it in the vault, and after all the resources to repair a metal base is in there, the repair bot will go ahead and repair stuff. Now, if it's stone, you will only need the harvest bot and the repair bot. That's the second combination we had set. And if you just need to organize stuff, then it'll be the harvester putting the stuff in there, and then the butler just organizing it around the base, or putting in the forge, or whatever it is. But these are the 3 prime combinations. Now we'll just see one example, which is using all 3 together. So basically, you're going to set this guy to get metal. So he will go ahead and start getting metal, just like that. So he did his task, okay, and say he went and stowed it into the vault, okay. The next job will be for the butler, where he takes the metal, right, raw metal which the harvester gathered, he puts in storage box, he takes it, puts it in the industrial forge, okay. Then he will go ahead and pick up the metal ingot. So let's take this off, okay, and say he collects this and this. And basically we assign him to store all that stuff inside here. Okay, so once he goes ahead, come on, do your thing. So once he goes ahead and drops in all the items, then the repair bot will go ahead, take all that items and walk over to the damage and repair it. There we go. And that's basically how a combination works. These are the 3 prime combinations. If there are more, do let us know in the comment section below so others can find that out as well. I think that's about it for the Sir-5rm8. I think I've covered all the bases. That's it for today. I hope you liked the video. I know it was a very long video and I'm sorry about any kind of issues in this one. I'm not actually happy with how the video turned out, but I did try my best. This was the biggest video I have ever worked on. And there was a lot of variations with Sir-5rm8, a lot of issues. I had to kind of do it again and again and take a lot of retakes. And if it's not up to the mark, I really apologize to you guys. I know you deserve better and I'm trying to get better at this. But all that said, do consider leaving a like as that always helps with the algorithm. And subscribe to the channel as we are so close to reaching 1,000. And that's always been our goal for our channel and a dream of mine to hit 1,000 subscribers one day. Hopefully soon, maybe. And I promise you that the next one is going to be better paced than this one. This was way too big of a project. But yeah, with that, I'll survive signing off and I'll see you on the next one. Till then, peace out.